The first thing I'd like to say is Colorado really outplayed us today or tonight. I thought that they out-hustled us. I thought that they wanted it a lot more. I thought they got all the 50-50 balls. They made big shots. They were relentless on the boards. I thought they played a really good game. And I know that they're shorthanded. They're without one of their best players, and I think that everybody stepped up. And unfortunately, we did not have that today. So in the result, we lost the game.
But Coach, if I could tell you before the game that you were going to turn them over 21 times and steal the ball from them 15 times, how would you have liked your chances?
Well, I would have said, well, we would probably have a good chance of winning the game. I think our diamond press affected them, but we just could never convert and we could never get over the hump. I thought, it's really hard to win games when, from the guards. It was just an off night. Jada 3 for 14, and she had some good looks. She usually converts on some of those shots. And then Paulina 0 for 5. And then Mylene was 2 for 3. So I think it's just being like 5 for 23, whatever that quick math is, it's hard to win like that. But I think more importantly, I think you can be off shooting. But my point to them was you can still figure out ways that we can help your team win. So you're off shooting, be like an amazing communicator. It's not your night. Maybe you're setting great screens. You're getting the 50-50 balls. You're playing phenomenal defense. There's ways to help your team win. And I don't think we got that. And I don't think it consistently as a team, we did the little things. And then we continue to foul and be out of position. Like, I think there has to be, we're very young, and we're the youngest team in the Big 12. I know that that's not an excuse. But we continue to make a lot of the same young mistakes. For instance, 3 seconds on the shot clock going to half. There is not a time, that's not the time when you're pressing the ball. That's the time when, and we know Jade is not a shooter. She wants to drive it with her right hand, we know that. So there's no sense in pressing her and giving a layup. Those are momentum shifters in games, and those are very important plays. And they shift the momentum and give teams so much confidence going into halftime. So those are things those are continuous mistakes that we keep on making. And we have to grow up and learn from those things and cannot do those things over and over again.
How much do you think Brea's foul trouble early in the game, hurt you guys?
It kills us.
Yeah.
She's someone we focus on. She's someone that everything's built around her. She's who we rely on to score in the post. And when she's not out or doesn't have discipline, it hurts us. And I don't think she played with discipline today. And I think that she was a little bit, she's been a little bit down, I think, from not playing like how she's started. I think she's had an amazing season. I think she's been phenomenal this year. And I think the last couple of games have been rough. And I think she's been a little bit down, and it shows with frustration. So then she gets those frustration reaches, and I kind of saw it coming because she was taking some chances really early and got away with a couple of fouls. But we need her in the game. When she plays 4 minutes in the first half, we're not going to win games. And if she plays 12 minutes overall, we're not going to win. It's hard. And I need to give Isis a ton of credit because Isis is continuing to perform for us. But we have to have other people step up, and I don't know who else that is right now. I think Jada's been pretty consistent, but we need some productivity from our guards. We do. We need Monte, and I tell her this, to be more aggressive. And we need rebounding from other people. We need some productivity from other people. And that's just the fact.
I have a side note for you, but this was CU's first game against a former Pac-12 team.
Oh, yeah.
It's all been Big 12. I know you guys played Utah. Have you played ASU yet?
No, we play them Saturday.
So is it nice for you to see the former Pac-12 team? Because I know
it's not nice for me to be in Boulder because I hate this place. I hate playing here. I think it's funny because in the Pac-12 we used to always talk about when you saw Utah and Colorado in your schedule, you were like, oh darn, you were always, because it's hard. This is a hard trip. It's nice because I really like JR. I have a lot of respect for her. She does an amazing job. So it's good to see, and we talk about familiar faces because we always compare. It's just so different in the Big 12, but we also know it's a really hard place to play. They're 12-1 here, and it's not an excuse, but they just wanted it more today, and I think that's the disappointment for me. It's not about like losing a game. You're gonna lose games. You can lose them and playing hard, just missing shots, executing, but staying cohesive and all those things. But I think missing them when you feel like you didn't have the effort or you couldn't sustain the mentality, those are the hard ways to lose. But I'm just a little disappointed in that, but we'll fix it. For sure.
Can you talk a little bit about the matchup that I was watching tonight between Bay and Masagayo? I know that they weren't always guarding each other, but many times they were. It was a pretty good battle in the paint. What's your assessment?
Well, it was supposed to be the matchup between Cunningham and Masagayo. That was supposed to be the matchup. That was the matchup initially, and then Bray got in foul trouble. So the secondary part of that was putting Isis on her. I think Isis did a pretty good job. I think she didn't focus on boxing her out. But Isis, like, Isis can't do it anymore. Isis has played her heart out. I mean, if you would have told me that Isis was going to play 38 minutes a game for us as a 5, start at the 4 for us, and give us like the last shoot 60-something% and play the way she's been playing, I would have said no. Like, she's just outworked and she's surpassed a lot of people and over exceeded a tremendous amount of expectations. And so she's doing everything she can. So there's nothing but it's now other people around her that need to do the things, because she's playing like a 5th year right now, and she's one of our most efficient players right now. And we're talking about Isis is coming from a place where was always a role player and didn't have chances to play, but has worked herself into this role. And so now we need other people to step up and figure things out and contribute in a way. It could be rebounding, it could be energy, it could be 50-50 balls, it could be bringing the team huddles. There's all these little things that contribute to winning. And we're not getting that from other people right now. And so you're not going to win. That's just the reality.
That's our local media, PJ and Kim.
Hey, guys.
This last couple of games, Helena's had some troubles. I think she's like 1 for 11. How do you get her going? What's going on with her?
I think that, she's got some things going on right now, like some personal family situation. It's not easy. So I'm giving her a lot of grace with that. And it's just there's life stuff that happens that's bigger than basketball. So I think that's really affected her mentally right now. In fact, she missed a practice last week, and I let her go home for a day for a family emergency. So I think that's the situation. It's not an excuse, but it's a fact, and they're kids. I mean, we all have stuff, and I'm 40-something years old. So I give her grace in that. But I believe in her. I continue to believe in her, and she's starting, and but it's not easy. So got to get her. I think if she hits a couple shots, she'll get out of that. But yeah, she's going through some stuff right now.
And what do you think about Lauren? I mean, she's come back and 2 games. She hit a 3 tonight, but she didn't take that many tonight, and she just doesn't seem to be in her groove again.
Yeah, I think she's a freshman, so obviously peaks and valleys, and I think that she's not feeling super confident right now. Remember, every time Lauren gets red hot, she then gets injured and sits out for a minute, so then it takes her a little bit to come back, and that's just kind of how her freshman year has been. But I think that we need her to score. We need her to take shots, and right now people aren't really giving her open looks. And we had a hard time moving the ball, so we couldn't really run offense, and credit to Colorado, they defended us really well. But I think, as a freshman, if she's not hitting shots, she has to learn how to do other things. So we know she can shoot, but when she's not hitting shots, can she play really good defense? Can she move the ball and do other things? And that's the part she has to learn. She's not all, it's not all predicated on your offensive performance. And that's just kind of freshman stuff. I think she'll be fine.
You talked about it a little bit, but Montea taking no shots. I mean, how do you get through that mentality of, that kind of offensive, I don't know if you want to call it passiveness?
Yeah, it's a problem. I think that she's a big confidence player, but I just continue to tell her that we need her to be aggressive. Monte is not someone who's going to take bad shots, but she has to look at the rim and stuff. So that's just repetition, practice. Remember, she's a freshman, so she's got to get, I think, just more games under her belt. But she's got to shift that mentality. She has to be able to give us something, and it could be rebounding. Maybe it's not scoring. Maybe she's not feeling confident to shoot the ball sometimes. Then it's go get confidence by getting to the foul line, driving at one time, or getting offensive rebound. And I think that's the stuff you have to teach young players. You may not have the opportunity, maybe you didn't pass up shots, but you're not getting good looks. So get an offensive rebound, get a steal, get something easy that gives you confidence to get into the game. Then you can take the shots. So another freshman. That's what I'm saying. A lot of times on the court, we have 2 or 3 freshmen, 2 sophomores, and they're the growing pains. But we have to learn how to get through things. We have to learn how, when you go 0 for 5, it's okay, because then you might make your next 5 shots and you're 5 for 10. I don't think, or you may be off, then rebound. Be crash hard as heck every time you're on the floor. Dive for balls. There's other ways to contribute that's not all predicated on scoring. So I think the sexy thing is always scoring. But there's so many, I mean, I can look back at our history We had the Helena Puellos. Sometimes they didn't score, but she would have 7 assists, 4 steals. Like, there's things you can do, and I think nowadays there's just so much emphasis on only scoring and shooting.
You good, DJ?
Yeah, I'm good.
And we need to work on our rebounding a little bit more. Thanks, you guys. Thank you. Thanks, you guys. Good. Thanks.
Thank you.